speech title, Perspectives, a Project with Purpose. Perspectives, a Project with Purpose. Toastmaster Supritha, all the very best.
Feminism. I do not specifically remember when I first heard the word feminism. I think it was at least as late as 14. And even when I did, I'm not sure if my 14-year-old self would have identified as a feminist, let alone be proud of being one. Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, good evening. Empowering women, voicing my thoughts, and discussing issues that affect women have always been close to my heart. Hence, being appointed as the chairperson of the Women in Technology and Computing wing of a student club made me very happy. Now, I had the opportunity, structure, and resources to lead the Women in Technology movement at NITK. Since the club was still in its nascent stages, there existed a lot of scope for new ideas and growth. September 29th, 2020 marked our first anniversary as a chapter, and the team and I made sure we celebrated it with a bang, with coding and design competitions, workshops, technical keynotes, and more. Prior to the celebrations, we wanted to do something that allowed us to give back in some form to the wider society outside the immediate college community. Consequently, the idea of perspectives was born. Our aim was to target school students from class 9 to class 12, organize a live webinar on YouTube with a panel of female final year BTech students from different branches of engineering who would give valuable insights into how these branches work in college and how engineering is for women in general, with an open Q&A session at the end to clarify any doubts, misconceptions, or concerns. The thought process behind this idea stemmed from something I personally believed in. Despite all the progress that has been made by women, things do not look so rosy when it comes to the tech industry, where only 25% of the tech workforce identify as female. For decades, STEM fields have not been so welcoming to women. There's a huge gender gap that manifests itself through various aspects, including employment opportunities, wages, leadership opportunities, perception at the workplace, and so on. But this gap is only the tip of the iceberg. From stereotypes that discourage young women from considering a career path in technology to outright hostility in tech work environments, it's no wonder many female tech professionals look around at meetings and conference rooms to find themselves the only woman in the room. I believe, and I suppose it is also common sense, that if we want to eventually see more women in the meeting rooms of tech companies, we need more of them entering the workforce, which will happen if more of them enroll and graduate from technical degree programs in the first place. Why is there a barrier here? Why are girls in schools discouraged from pursuing engineering, or are they just not inclined towards it? That's where the inspiration for naming the event Perspectives came from. Cutting to the chase, sheer hard work from every member of the organizing team on all fronts, curation, publicity, tech, and media, made sure that no stone was left unturned when it came to the day of the event. It was conducted smoothly with minimal hitches, after which everyone was satisfied and relaxed. Appreciating everyone on the job well done, I told them to take it easy for the next 2 days, after which we would meet to discuss everything about perspectives. I made sure the importance of the meeting was conveyed and asked the team to acknowledge their attendance and to keep themselves free for an hour. Scheduling this meeting within a couple of days after the event would ensure that the information was still fresh in everyone's minds. 2 days later, the team met in the evening, as decided. Setting the tone for a productive and free-flowing discussion was crucial. So we talked about our day, and I started off by once again congratulating everyone for the event's tremendous success. Oh, and by the way, just so that all of you know, the club has 48 male student members and 25 female members, naturally flowing from the number of girls in NITK in the first place. I made a couple of announcements before we commenced, and I quote, "Contributing to the discussion and voicing your opinions is what all of us are here for, and I hope all of you remove your hesitations, if any, and come forward with your honest feedback. Boys, please don't think you do not have a say since it was a female panel. All perspectives on the event perspectives are welcome. Rather than focusing on the problem, let us try to quickly think about possible solutions to the problem that can be implemented for future events. Having said all of that, I requested a member to volunteer for noting down the minutes for the review meeting on a Google Doc, and the link to it was sent to everyone so that they can refer to the discussion points at any time during the meeting and edit the live document with their comments. To start on a positive note, I asked if everyone could state in turn what they felt was the best part of the event, its organization, and feedback they might have heard from their peers. Here is a summary of the good, bad, and ugly I learned from the team that day. Although we did witness a good crowd of 100 people, it was below our expectations. The possible reasons for this were A, when people hear that a women's society was organizing an event, they automatically assume that it was for females only. And heads of schools and principals who we sent the invite to, they did not pass on the information to their students on time. Another lesson learned was that there was this untapped audience, school students who wanted competitive coding workshops in Mangalore. There was another crowd who felt that while talking about technology, only software was given its due importance and the other engineering fields were slightly neglected. So they wanted to gain more awareness about the same. We found out that there were students who carried the misconception that one would be successful in life only if they secured admission to an IIT. And there was another set of kids who wanted to know how to become an ISRO scientist. The discussion sure was enlightening, and apart from having to coax a few members to speak up, the meeting left all of us with new and valuable information to act upon in the future. We acted upon these lessons by implementing the following. The recorded session was uploaded to YouTube, and the link was sent around with a thank you note to schools, parents, and other student centers. In less than a week, we had 800 plus views. We drafted a proposal of points to take care of in future events. It included the following. While marketing the event, make it clear whether it's open only to females or not. Otherwise, even open events are assumed to be female only events. A top down approach might not always work when it comes to event publicity. Next time, try getting in touch with the beneficiary group directly to communicate regarding the event. And three, possible ideas for new initiatives were an info session on how to set yourself up for a successful career, irrespective of the engineering college you land up in, a competitive coding event, and an awareness workshop for non software fields. All in all, I'm proud of my team for their reliable insights and for the fact that they share my vision for women in tech with so much enthusiasm. Quoting Phil Jackson, the strength of the team is each individual member. The strength of each member is the team. Toastmaster.